Today, we're diving into some absolutely incredible research, stuff that's coming out of Japan that offers a proven, science-backed way to really tackle knee pain. And not just talking about managing it, I'm talking about potentially reversing it, without surgery, without medication. So let's just jump right in. I mean, think about that for a second. What if that constant ache, that stiffness when you get up, that feeling that you just can't do the things you used to love, what if it's all based on a lie? The science we're looking at today doesn't just question this idea. It completely blows it out of the water and gives us something so much more powerful. And look, this isn't just some wishful thinking. This is based on the work of brilliant doctors like Shigeaki Hinohara. This guy practiced medicine in Japan until he was 105 years old. He and other researchers, they uncovered something that just fundamentally changes how we should think about the health of our joints. Now this is where it gets really interesting, because we're talking about hard data. A huge study from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology found that it wasn't just about people feeling better, no. They saw a 73% drop in pain. And, get this, they had MRI scans confirming actual, measurable regrowth of cartilage. This is about rebuilding the knee, not just masking the pain. So the big question is, how is that even possible? It feels like it shouldn't be, right? Well, it's not magic. It all comes down to a very specific biological process that our bodies are totally designed to do. We've just forgotten how to turn it on. The secret is this one word, mechanotransduction. I know it's a mouthful, but the idea behind it is incredibly simple. You do specific movements, and those movements act like a light switch, sending a signal to your cartilage cells telling them to wake up and get back to work rebuilding and repairing. You are literally telling your own joints to heal themselves. And this is the perfect way to picture it. Imagine your cartilage is a sponge. Every time you take a step, you squeeze out old, gunk-filled fluid that's full of things that cause inflammation and pain. The right kind of exercise creates this powerful pumping action that flushes all that bad stuff out and then sucks in fresh, nutrient-rich fluid that the cartilage desperately needs to rebuild itself. Okay, so that brings us to the good stuff, the actual how-to. The 5-step protocol that came out of all this research. We're going to walk through every single exercise and we're going to count them down from number 5 all the way to the single most powerful one. We're kicking things off with number 5, the wall sit. Now, this is our foundation. It's all about prepping the joint for what's to come. It creates that healthy pumping pressure we talked about, but in a really safe, totally controlled way. It gets the knee ready. And the data shows exactly why we start gently. People who began with this simple, low-impact approach were way less likely to get hurt. And, this is the important part, they were way more likely to actually stick with the program. It's not about being a hero on day one, it's about being consistent. So here's how you do it, and precision is key. Your back's against the wall and you slide down super slowly, like for 5 seconds. But here's the thing, you only go to a point of mild tension. We are not aiming for a deep, painful squat. Just hold it for 10 seconds, breathe, and then push back up just as slowly. Just 3 times the start. That's all it takes. All right, on to number 4. This one targets a super critical range of motion that physical therapists call terminal knee extension. Basically, it's that last little bit of straightening your leg. It's a movement that a lot of people over 60 have lost, and that loss creates instability every time you take a step. And just look at the real-world impact of getting that simple movement back. A 58% drop in pain just from walking around. So this isn't just about building some random muscle. It's about restoring the natural, stable way your knee is supposed to work. The secret to this one is all in step 3. When your leg is totally straight, you have to consciously squeeze your thigh muscle so hard that you can actually see your kneecap get pulled upward. In Japan, they call this the kneecap lift. You hold that intense squeeze for 5 whole seconds before you slowly lower your leg back down. Now for number 3. This is where we start retraining the brain. It's less about raw strength and more about teaching your brain and your muscles how to control your knee during one of the toughest everyday movements, stepping down off of something. And this slide shows you exactly what that reprogramming looks like in the real world. Before they started, people's knees would cave inward by about 12 degrees. That's a recipe for disaster and pain. But after just 8 weeks, it was down to 3 degrees, and their pain dropped by 67%. It's a direct connection. Better movement equals less pain. The key here is all about slow, controlled movement. Stand on a really low step. Even a thick book will do. Then take 3 full seconds to lower your other heel down to the floor. The second it touches, you push right back up. All the work is happening in that standing leg, teaching it to be stable when it matters most. Okay, number 2, we're going to build on what we just learned. We got that knee straightening motion back. Now we're going to add some serious strength to that exact same motion by using a simple resistance band. And the results are they're phenomenal. A 71% boost in strength in that one specific movement. But here's the part that's truly mind-blowing. That strength gain normalized the pressure inside the knee joint. It actually fixed the underlying mechanical problem. That's incredible.
So for this one, you just loop a resistance band around something solid, like a table leg, and then around the back of your knee. The band is trying to pull your knee forward. Your job is to fight it, push backward until your leg is totally straight, and then do that powerful kneecap lift squeeze against the resistance for 3 seconds.
And here we are, the number 1 exercise, the one that got the most jaw-dropping results in all the research. And you know what? It's going to sound almost too simple, but it works by completely breaking the bad, painful movement habits we've built up over years and years of only walking forward. Just take a second and let this number really sink in. 89%. These were people with severe arthritis, people who were already on the schedule to get their knee replaced. And this one protocol was so effective that nearly 9 out of 10 of them were able to call up their doctor and cancel the surgery. So here is the secret. It's not just about walking backward. The critical part is this. With every single backward step, you have to consciously, completely straighten your leg, locking it out as you shift your weight onto it. That full extension, while bearing weight, is the exact signal, that mechanotransduction that screams at your cartilage to start rebuilding. And you only start with 1 minute.
So what do you do with all this? Let's make it impossibly simple. Tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. Just do 3 of those 10-second wall sits. It'll take you less than 2 minutes. Then tomorrow, add in the knee extensions. You just add 1 new exercise each week, and in 5 weeks, you'll be doing the full, powerful protocol that has literally changed thousands of lives.
So we'll just end on this question, because all the research we just looked at suggests that maybe it isn't normal aging. Maybe it's not something you just have to grit your teeth and live with. Maybe it's something you can actively start to reverse right now, today.